Ashutosh, over to you. What is the ground situation where you're at the moment? I believe you're in Ashkelon. If you can tell us how the forces over there are trying to clear the area and the territory of any Hamas terrorists as they're doing in Sderot.
Well, the first attempt is to clear the outpost, where, of course, as far as Ashkelon is concerned, most of these terrorists have been pushed away or neutralized. But the threat here is more than the ground, the ground forces of Hamas terror organization is the rocket. If I could just say, 20 minutes just ago, I heard an air siren alarm, and this is a constant threat here. Immediately, these locals in the house where I am, they immediately took me to the shelter, the bunker areas, because that was really a threat. And in fact, I could just take you to the background of the image of here. More than 1.5 feet long rocket which landed at this house and destroyed this entirely, which was 165 caliber, of course, a military grade rocket that landed in this house and destroyed everything. There you see more than 1 feet wall was totally penetrated, burned down everything. That's a massive destruction unleashing. In fact, even the adjoining houses, everything damaged. In fact, the family just cleaned this out here, and here immediately that they hear when the attack took place, immediately this entire family moved in from one this place, and every such houses they have made a bunker. Now this house you see, that's a normal construction, but in every house what is mandatory is to have a bunker where you have a 30 mm iron sheet. So every room you have these kind of safe houses which are like mid of the house, but the 30 mm thick layer of iron wall. This is to protect, and immediately that family got us here. And if you see my bag, my equipments, everything like here. So that was the scary moment. So the threat continues to be for the people. In fact, the family which was sleeping here, now you can see, of course, they are terrified and living in this situation. This is just a new normal for the people living in the bordering areas of Israel in Ashkelon. And that, when look at the massive damage, entire this area was burned down. Here what happens is every time siren comes from this side, that's the northern side, this is exactly Gaza, barely few kilometers. This is the last point of the border area. The rocket comes here, then the Iron Dome retaliates, response, neutralizes most of the rockets. But then probably Hamas has sensed the capacity of Iron Dome, and immediately, because the number of rockets they fire are way more than the capacity of the Iron Dome, and that's precisely why these rockets are also falling in the residential areas, killing even the innocent civilians. The number of casualties exactly also rising from the Israeli side. So as far as ground troop operations are concerned, out of this, the Ashkelon, this area has been cleared. But the major threat in Ashkelon is the rocket attack, which is not stopping. If you heard, Israel said yesterday morning that they have a full control over Gaza. But even last night, there have been siren raid, there have been a rocket attack from day to late evening. And even this morning, I heard those air sirens, the people, locals who have been really being good helping hand despite being under the imminent threat. So, this is how the situation is. And every time you hear such siren or a loud noise, the heartbeat really goes up. For the people, it could be new normal, but for an outsider like me who have, a different perspective or perception about Israel, seeing these kind of loud noise, bomb, rockets, fighter jets, this is something, one can explain the plight of the people, the suffering of the people living at the border areas of Israel in the southern part. Follow me.